this is Kim from Serenity's Kiss. Y'all know me from the Wanna Talk About It podcast. I just wanted to let y'all know that I do have something ready for this weather. I know fall isn't quite here yet, but you still got those mosquitoes just kind of festering. Come to my shop at Serenity's Kiss. That's on Etsy. I have a Serenity's Kiss fragrance for you all. Citronella lemongrass. It's going to keep the mosquitoes away and it smells really nice. Again, this is Kim with Serenity's Kiss. Y'all know me from Let's Talk About It podcast. Sorry about that. Want to Talk About It podcast. Find us on Spotify. I am right here. If you have any questions, just let us know in the comments. It's good to talk to ya. Goodbye.
Okay.
What's up, world? It's your boy Dez. We're back for part 2 of the Katt Williams on Club Shay. We do have, we got Sam here today. Want to introduce yourself?
Hey, y'all. I'm Sam Bam. I just be around here on the social media market, giving my opinion. I'm glad to be with y'all tonight.
All right.
Is Kim joined or D-Wayne dropped out?
I don't know.
Well, yes, we're glad to have you. Like we said, we had a Ray last night, and it was definitely good to have a little different energy on the podcast and also to provide different perspective. And she asked us some stuff that we didn't think to, I guess, provide insight on earlier on when we got started with the podcast. So it was really good. But it's your boy Dez. No spaces. I'm dropping my tags right now, Sam.
Oh, it's no spaces? I thought you got to don't forget about the spaces.
See, last night you weren't paying attention. The algorithm is messing up with the YouTube, and I'm trying to find out the best way to pull me up on YouTube. But you can also find me on TikTok, Karmic Dez 85.
So there's no spaces now.
Are we live?
Are we?
No, we're not. We're not live on the Instagram right now, sir.
My bad, nigga. I didn't know.
Oh yeah, you can also find me at Karmic Days 85 and the Wanna Talk About It podcast, Instagram stations or pages. My bad, stations. Shit, I think that's all mine. Where they can find you at, Mike?
At TeddyGrams254. You can search that shit. Sotho Legends. That's all day. That's THOWED Legends. Sotho. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, that's it for today.
Barefooted collector.
Oh yeah, the barefooted collector on TikTok. That's my nerdy shit. If you fuck with like collectibles and cosplay and comic books and Comic Cons and all that shit, check it out.
Mm-hmm. So where did we leave off yesterday? I think
I don't even remember where we left off.
Damn. I know we got to touch it on Kevin Hart. I kind of know what I wanted to pick up with Kevin, the whole Kevin Hart situation, though. Cause we touched on that. Did you hear what he said? Was said about Kevin Hart, Sam?
No, refresh my memory.
Well, what he was saying that Kevin Hart is a plant.
Oh.
Hey, he's something because did you see that car accident he had?
Oh man,
a couple years back.
Man. Yeah, I seen it.
Nigga, he's something, nigga, because ain't nobody just walking away scotch-free with that shit with no injuries,
Nah, he was injured. He was in a wheelchair for a few weeks after that. Are you sure?
Nigga, he walked to the house.
Which situation am I thinking of then?
Nigga, like his car was like, I want to say 2 people died in the car or some shit. It happened
oh my goodness.
Shit, I can't remember, but it happened a while back, a couple years ago. And yeah. He ain't been the same since, man.
Man.
They cloned Tyrone.
I knew it was coming. See, Sam, he got this. He got a clone theory.
It's not a theory.
I didn't say conspiracy theory. Yeah, I said clone theory.
Yeah. I don't like the theory part, nigga, because it's not a theory.
Hey, theory is just something that hasn't yet to be proven experientially. That's all it is.
Because it's out there. They do it all the time.
Well, I'm talking about specifically with the celebrities and peoples and places. Well, not necessarily the places, but the people that you bring up sometimes.
I feel it.
Okay. But y'all, for all the people out here that don't know, like me, what is the purpose of Kevin Hart being a plant?
That is what I've asked Mike, and I've tried to. We tossed it back and forth. I can't put my finger on it particularly
because everything's a mental thing, and the world's a stage, so they control the masses with certain individuals. They push certain narratives and objectives and shit like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Maybe like a salve.
That's what plants are there for, to get like inside information and
or to show if Kevin Hart can make it, you can make it, type deal.
Kansas City Shuffle,
man. And he got a point. I don't like. I had always asked, where did this guy come from? Like when Soul Plane came out, like what did he do to get the starring role in Soul Plane? Like, granted, it was a black movie, but still, I'm like,
yeah, that was trash. So how? How play?
I ain't go front. I liked it back then.
You did?
I liked that shit. I liked that ignorant shit.
Well, what was the replay value of that, Mike?
Nah, it's trash.
Thank you.
That part.
But back then, I'm just saying, back in the day, I liked it.
I mean, it gave a lot of our black actors and actresses and comedics exposure. It definitely did that. But as far as like, no.
Look, try to explain it, because no. Well, you know what? I was just thinking, like, I don't even know what you call it, but you know how they have the pictures from the old time of like the black guy with like the smiley clown face or whatever.
Yeah.
And like maybe black they face. Put him out here to be the modern day, like that kind of thing, like like black people being like clowns, entertainment type thing or whatever. Maybe that's the whole point of the plan, and it's less threatening to do it in that type of way than to, have him come on, just straight like a thug like they normally would do or something like that.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly. That's what we were talking about last night. They just like kind of like the changing of the guard. Puffy and them coming down. All these the truths coming out about the old guard comedics. All the old pillars are coming down and new pillars are being set up.
The gatekeepers.
Yep.
They're passing the torches
to
the next gatekeepers.
Crazy,
and
man.
The motherfuckers that's willing to push the agendas and whatever shit that trickles down from the top.
Right.
That's how it works.
But at the same time, that would be a plan that would be beneficial to like the African American community, though, because now it's taking, some of the defense off of, because I think the general thing is that, people think that like other races might be kind of fearful of us. So to plant him in that kind of way seems like it would kind of uplift us in some kind of way, more so than destroy some kind of notion that make us less than.
In a lot of ways, you're right. He does. I think Kevin Hart is funny, but I still, at the end of the day, had questions as to where he came from. Just like with Tiffany Haddish. He talked about Tiffany Haddish, too. We were like, where did she come from to be in Girls Trip with these established stars?
Industry plans. They had to sign that shit. They had to sign their name on that dotted line.
So what did y'all saying? They like Illuminati or something? Am I going too far? What is that?
I mean,
I didn't say it. Katt didn't say it. But
look, I like to keep it clear. I don't read subliminals. What y'all saying?
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And we all know what it is. we all know. We grew up seeing that shit. All the subliminals in the cartoons and the TV shows and the movies.
Like
all
to
the
me,
symbolism. Like, yeah, man.
Tiffany Haddish is not funny to me. She has funny quips every now and again, but she's not funny to me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, even when she tells her backstory, you never hear her about her working like big clubs or nothing like that, big stadiums or big theaters or nothing like that. She worked a small club scene and all of a sudden was in Girls Trip.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really even want to say that, but at the same time, she could have got her fame in a different kind of way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
we already know.
she didn't really. It could have been, more so like, let me lay down and get this money type thing for her. But yeah, Kevin Hart in a different. Well, I mean, he could have did the same thing for what I've been hearing.
Yeah, that's what they do to get up there.
He did put on the dress after he said he wasn't gonna wear a dress.
That's for sure. Like, there's a long list of dress wearing motherfuckers though, and they all blow up.
It is. Yeah, you got slithering around up in here.
I heard that slither. Yeah. But
man. Yep. But I was talking with we got to get Diesel on the show one day. I was talking with him earlier in regards to Bernie Mac. He said that you can't respect him. Well, I say can't respect him. Doesn't consider him a king of comedy. And I'm like, well, I mean, there are a bunch of because he didn't have a stand up. I'm like, well, by that standard, there's a lot of other guys who are way less funnier who do have stand ups, but we can't put them in the same category of king of comedy,
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely gotta get him on the show one day. I did one of his. We gotta get him on, then it's just politic. But this is a perfect one. Probably trying to get on next episode 3 because we still just barely scratched the surface of the interview.
Part 3.
Yeah, and this man, like you said, he started reading encyclopedias and stuff.
Oh yeah,
to just boost his knowledge, and he talked to elderly folk. And the whole drug accusation. Did we touch that yesterday?
Nah, I don't think we did.
So, Sam, I don't know if you know, for a long while, they've said this man has been on crack, heroin, meth, all the hard stuff, right?
Kevin?
No, Katt.
Oh, Katt? Oh, yeah. He looked like he been on this shit.
Well, he says he hasn't, right? He says,
okay.
And his argument is very plain and simple. Katt has been popular. He's been very well known since he's like 18, right? As a comedian. Why is there no stories about outlandish shit that he's done while high? He said nobody's close to him. Has these videos? There's no arrest records. None of that shit, right?
That's right.
So how is he this crazed drug maniac?
I mean, that sounds good, but at the same time, why do I feel like I'm being gaslighted? Like, why is there no videos of you or I out here, getting caught up in some of our shenanigans when we was younger? I mean, sometimes they just don't catch you, is how I feel. That's not a good argument.
Touche.
I got a point. I done smoked plenty of blunts.
That's not a good argument.
I done smoked plenty of blunts in my day, and I ain't got no videos or no shit out there like this. So that's a valid point.
Hey.
But even if he did, that's on him, though. He ain't, like, that's none of my business. What motherfuckers,
I've seen worse.
Yeah.
This ain't out here like crackhead Ezel from the show and the movie, my bad.
There you go.
Shit. And he helping a lot of people too, man. Right after that, Deion Cole made a post?
Oh, yeah, I seen that shit.
And Deion Cole has said plenty of times how Katt has helped him out. Shit, I believe D. Ray Davis has too.
Nigga, I ain't never heard no crackheads doing that.
Man. Get people paid.
I mean, but he's a rich crackhead. It's the difference. Do you know rich crackheads?
Nah.
Whitney was a rich crackhead.
Was she though?
She was. She didn't have no people.
Damn.
Yep. I mean, she had she had Gladys and the other chick. She had her little circle. But I don't. But that goes to what Katt was talking about throughout the whole interview. Hollywood is dirty.
Indeed.
It is. And in all honesty, they also say, like, no publicity is bad publicity. So, I mean, it wouldn't have necessarily even hurt him for that kind of information to be out. So maybe there is some truth to it, but at the same time, I just don't believe it. I feel like, if it walked like a duck, it looked like a duck, it quacked like a duck, like that, baby, that's a duck.
Yeah. What? I mean, everything he said is panned out. So much so, everybody came at him. Everybody. Oh, we didn't. Then the Luda situation. You know, Luda apparently got a freestyle in response to Katt Williams.
Did he?
I ain't heard the freestyle yet. I got to pull it up.
I ain't heard it either. That's funny.
But right.
That's hilarious.
And my thing with that, what comes to mind is only a hit dog holler.
So you're right.
That part.
Right.
So you're right.
So what he said in regards to Luda is that, so Shannon asked him, are him and Luda related? And he said no. What the situation was, they got both invited to this Illuminati party, and they got both presented with an option, a choice between the two of them. One option was to shave your hair and your beard or your sideburns, and you would get a 10-movie deal and a bunch of money or whatever. And the other option was, I think he said, to get like 200,000 or 200 million or something like that. And he said, one of us is getting ready to do the 10th movie. Just saying. We know which one that is. Right? And then on top of that off, he going to say, he said something earlier in the interview in regards to all these deals for black men come with a white woman that look the same.
Yeah. A light skin.
Or a light-skinned, fairer-skinned woman that looks the same as the next one, right?
That shit was funny, too.
And he said, look at Luda's wife.
Shit, Luda's wife look good, though.
But when you pull the picture up, she looked like all them other cats' wives, bro.
Nah. She definitely one of the prettier ones out the bunch. That's for sure. But they all do got them light-skinned,
yeah.
Light-skinned wives.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's like yeah, like it's like in the I can't even think of the word I'm trying to say. In the script, there we go.
Yeah, you know
it's in the script.
That's the play. That's why I say the play is in, man.
Whenever you sign your name, it comes with it.
Like you want to talk about the NFL, the sports is scripted. No, this is scripted.
All of it is, man. It's all connected. What you mean?
Oh,
it's one big ass.
And I can't wait for that episode, the Follow the Money episode. Ooh, that's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, they dropped that Epstein list too.
Oh, I gotta include that in the Follow the Money episode. Yeah. It's talking about Epstein. So let me ask you this, Sam. Do you believe that Chris Tucker might have had any pedophilic tendencies?
Whoa, okay. Maybe I'm not in the booth. I haven't heard about this. I have no clue, in all honesty. I would like to say no, only because I haven't heard about it.
Right.
So where is this coming from?
So during the interview, I'll say, Katt Williams had alluded to Chris Tucker being involved with Epstein. And that's about as far as he went. And then he started to delve into Chris Tucker's career and kind of like why he didn't want to be associated with the character of Smokey, right? Which makes sense. He didn't want to
with Michael Jackson and shit too. How Michael Jackson used to call him Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, because Chris Tucker is that's his name, and Michael Jackson apparently gave people crazy nicknames, and his nickname for Chris Tucker was Christmas, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like my opinion is not fully formulated because I haven't seen it, but at the same time, when y'all are telling this to me, this sounds like the ramblings of a crackhead.
Damn.
Well, they were drinking, so they do drink on the show. Let's put that as the caveat to that part.
I've been drinking, and I ain't talking like that.
But he was just addressing these niggas because they was talking about him, though.
Yeah.
They came on the Shannon Sharp show talking about him. So he was just addressing addressing them niggas speaking on his name.
So after the umpteenth comedian, I think the last straw that broke the monkey on the back was Ricky Smiley. Yeah.
But on the other end, he is going on tour again, though. So, like, nigga, that's perfect publicity.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guarantee.
What he say about Ricky Smiley for all us uninformed?
Oh, it's not what he said about Ricky. Well, I mean, he did say something about Ricky Smiley, but Ricky Smiley came for him first. And the fact that he said that Katt Williams stole the role of Money Mike from him.
Okay, and then what was Katt Williams' rebuttal to that?
Katt Williams just broke down the history of the role of Money Mike, and it all culminated in him saying that Ricky Smiley isn't funny. How can he be a comedian if he's not funny?
Yeah, he pretty much said he wrote the role for Mike for the pimp role and all that shit, and how is Ricky Smiley supposed to play a pimp? Yeah,
when he don't cuss.
I mean that makes perfect sense. Yeah. That's legit.
So hey, but
like he said, he wrote the whole character pretty much, and like yeah.
Now Ice Cube, I guess today did get on live and clear that situation up.
He confirmed that shit or what?
Well, he confirmed it 50-50. So there was a role for Money Mike. They had the script. But he performed so good, just like Katt Williams said on the interview, in playing Money Mike, that they expanded his role and gave him freedoms to do those expansions in the role.
Yeah. So,
yeah, it was true, but wasn't complete, according to Q. He said, as far as the Money Mike and the Money Mike Santa Claus situation, he said that he had always that all the comedians that come through go through an interview process for multiple characters.
Yeah.
And at that time, they just felt that Katt Williams was Money Mike. Yeah. So, hey.
All right. Sound about right.
Yep. Sound like what Ricky's saying after the interview, but contrary to what he was saying all these years. Because, Ricky Smiley was saying all these years kind of aggressively that Katt Williams stole the role in like a sneaky kind of way.
Yeah.
But after Katt Williams broke the truth, he came back and said, no, that's not what I meant.
Well, that's what you said. What you mean? What you said?
It does sound like fair game to me. He did it better. It seemed like it was almost admitted that it was done in a different way that turned out better, and he performed it. And I mean, Ricky still got his shine in it. That's all really petty, really and truly. But
yeah,
that's why I said the stuff that Katt Williams is saying sounds like the ramblings of a smoker. Because why?
Well, he said because this is the year of truth, and the truth got to come out, and liars cannot be allowed to win by the winners. These are his words.
Sound valid.
I'm digesting that right now.
But it makes sense,
That's
don't
what
it?
I'm doing.
Like, imagine if LeBron James allowed people to beat him.
Okay.
LeBron James is a winner. He's not about to just allow people to beat him. Michael Jordan is about 65 years old. He's not just about to allow you to beat him. These are winners.
Right.
And what he's saying, that's valid. And then he said he did what? He's done 19 live shows, live specials or something like that. And the guy speaking up on him can't barely break 10. He's like, no, he can't allow losers to rewrite history.
But that just all seems like clout to me, because like, if you really and truly know who you are and what you're doing, you let your work speak for itself. So to get on there and tell a whole bunch of stories that only half the people are going to believe, that's like clout chase. Like, and like I said at the beginning, at the end of the day, no publicity is bad publicity. So why not? He could have told us, you know, like he invented the rainbow, and then gave us reasons why, you know, he did, and other people that said they didn't, you know, because the truth got to be out. But I mean, at the end of the day, what does that change? Y'all both made y'all money. Y'all both did what y'all did. Like, he kind of almost exposed himself because, like, now you got ties into all this Illuminati, pedophile ring, all kind of stuff that you just gonna put out there and hope people avoid and don't associate you with because you telling everybody else business.
Yeah. But that's the whole game plan.
Clout chase.
No, he's not clout. It's not clout chasing. He's exposing it. And even if he gets exposed, he's already exposed himself. They've already sullied his name. And guess what? He's still got a show coming up. Like what, next week?
Oh,
it's still gonna sell out.
This is free advertising. That's what that is.
Yeah. But you know, it all works all together. It just so happens to work well. Just so happens to be perfect timing. Because like I said before, Ricky Smiley came on maybe 2 episodes ago and brought up Katt Williams' name. This is your interview. Why are you bringing up Katt's name? I mean, I didn't watch the interview. Maybe he was asked about it. Probably was asked about it. But, you know, if you're going to tell the story right.
Facts.
I still say it's clout. I still say it's free advertisement for the new up and coming promotion. Like I said, remember I told you, I said I haven't watched it, but I heard plenty of stuff about it. It was all down my timeline. How could I avoid Katt Williams? So now that you said that he's coming out with something, like, to me, it all makes sense. I don't truly believe in, like, coincidence so much in that instance. Yeah. Like, this is a media plan.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. That's why I said it kills 2 birds with 1 stone.
At the beginning of the year, too, just to start off 2024. Yeah.
I don't think he's doing it to benefit us in any kind of way, though, because he been knew this shit. He didn't give a fuck about telling nobody. Can I cuss? I mean...
Well, no, a lot of the stuff he has been saying, though.
You said he has?
A lot of stuff he has been saying. It's just he provided more detail on a lot of more situations, too.
I gotta watch the shit. I'm personally uninformed, but from the outside looking in, this all seems like a cloud chase. Advertisement, promotion for the new show and everything else he's got going on.
Anything involved with celebrities,
Yeah, if there's cameras there, most likely, yeah.
Because I guarantee you, just by him doing all this shit, everybody got online, started searching up all these niggas that haven't been relevant or been doing shit.
They said like 1 million views in 6 hours or something like that.
Wasn't nobody looking for Faison Love on Google and Cedric the Entertainer, but now them niggas is all relevant again. Niggas is searching these niggas in search bars on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram.
Said might get a Netflix special a special on Netflix now.
Oh, see, yeah. So it works out in everybody's favor.
Yeah. So in a roundabout way, he didn't help everybody.
Yeah.
and I get it, but okay, at the same time, like, what's the point of it all? Like, he's airing everybody out. Like, is he trying to promote change? Is he trying to make something better? Like, is he going to start protesting against this stuff? Like, that's why I say it's clout. Like, what's the point of airing everybody out other than to promote yourself and create buzz?
He was just clearing up the shit they were speaking on about his name.
Yeah, honesty. If he feels like a lot of those guys again are the gatekeepers. So the younger guys that he sees and working the clubs can't make it because the gatekeepers hold the keys. They're putting on their friends and their family members, their entourage and stuff like that, as opposed to pulling up new talent. Like Katt Williams is. He goes out and finds the newer talent and tries to help bring them up, gives them tips and stuff like that. That's all.
Y'all make this nigga sound like Robin Hood or some shit. I ain't with it.
No, I mean, that's what he does. Like, that's what he does. We can't fabricate this. We can't make this up. It's all backed up stuff. You can ask. There's whole documentaries where the comedians have talked about something they did that Katt Williamson did for him or her.
Okay, so let me get it straight. He's like a disgruntled employee that hate their job. They not getting their promotions because they promoting everybody else. So he went to HR and told everything.
Nah. In order to be a disgruntled employee, you got to work for somebody.
Yeah, he worked for himself.
Well,
this is exactly what he said. Matter of fact, in the interview, this is like Awkwafina versus Dasani. Dasani went out there and ran this smear campaign against Awkwafina. You think I'm not about to come out here and clear this shit up? This affects my bottom line. Coca-Cola, Pepsi type shit. Right Twix, left Twix.
Okay, so he was trying to make himself seem better by talking bad about everybody else, basically.
Nah. See, you got to watch it. He was being honest. Ain't nothing he said on there couldn't be backed up.
So, since I haven't seen it, why is everybody so worked up about it? What is the...
A lot of more people were worked up about it because a lot of stuff they didn't know, but it's the way he brought it to people. And again, it's the details he brought about these situations that we've heard about over the years. And the fact that people think or know, like, he's a lot more sane than what they're saying that he is. Those aren't the ramblings of a crazy person. A crazy person would be incoherent. This man was completely coherent.
Yeah, no, I didn't say he was crazy. I said he was a crackhead.
Yeah, crackheads ramble, and it's incoherent. This was coherent speech. This was intellect that shone through. And then the way he exposed the industry.
Yeah, I don't think that nigga crackhead, man. That nigga's a baby mama. That nigga got on there and said that he's a baby mama.
It's such thing as functioning crackhead.
Nah, this nigga, I don't think that nigga crackhead.
Yeah, but
it's people that smoke crack and go to work every day.
Yeah, and they ramble.
But for all the shit he's done and like accomplished, there's no way he's a crackhead.
Nah, because you'd have been blown it all by now.
Not even. It's such thing as functioning crackheads. They pay their rent. They pay their mortgage or whatever they got to pay. You know what I mean? They go to visit. They got food in their house, and they like to do what they call a little cocaine rock every now and then. And they crackheads.
Yeah, but for not as long as Katt Williams has been supposed to be a crackhead.
I think we should just drug test him and put this and get an end to this and get a resolution.
And see, that's the thing. He said he has. When they arrest you on drug accusations, such as crack and heroin, they do test you before they release you.
And he came back good.
They can't release you if you don't. As I'm saying, a lot of everything he's saying, you can back this stuff up. And then he started talking about the industry, what he was saying about Martin. He said that when Martin had got the stroke, remember that? They found him running through the streets going crazy?
Mm-hmm.
He said that Martin had called him during recovery and said when he gets out, they're going to do a movie together. They're going to be a buddy cop film. And he's thinking, okay, buddy cop film. And, Katt Williams don't do dresses. So Martin get out, bring him to the audition, and it's for Big Mama House 2.
Niggas in dresses.
You know what I'm saying? I respect Martin for what he's done. But if Martin brought me a dress and was like, we're going to make you some money, I'm like, I'm not wearing no damn dress, bro. So I respect him on that one. I understand it too. And he said what he told him was, man, what you need is Brandon T. Jackson or something like that. And that might have been part 3. I don't know which one it was. But whichever one Brandon T. Jackson was in, apparently that was the role that was offered to Katt Williams first.
Okay.
And he brought that back around. I think he brought that back around to Kevin Hart about how Kevin Hart said he would never wear a dress, but look what happened, and then look where he's at now. Dave didn't want to wear the dress. Look what they did to him, or tried to do. Well, they did some for a long time by not breaking him off some of the money from the show that he did. But I guess Dave's getting his now. Netflix is paying him well, and they're not streaming his stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
And that's what Katt Williams is trying to expose. He said he never.
On the purpose of it all. You're exposing it, so what? So everybody can know what y'all gonna do from here on out.
No, so it loses his power. Like, Katt Williams was saying that he was raised in a home of Jehovah's Witnesses. So he grew up around the Bible, read the Bible, all that, and he was very intelligent, and it's backed up. This man was accepted to the the Science Academy of Ohio or something like that, at like the age of 12 or 13 or something like that. I can't remember the specific ages, but that's what it was. So he's very intelligent, and what he equated it to was it's like that the cult the cult stuff that was in the Bible, right? And he don't dig on that. Like he recognizes it for what it is. Even though he says he's not a Jehovah's Witness, but he can still point out, right from wrong. And he said there's a lot of wrong going on in Hollywood. He said that he's glad he made it without having his booty hole violated or having to suck any penis. He told one story of where he had actually turned a guy down who asked to suck his penis in front of his crew. Like, what the fuck? And we already know from Terry Crews, yeah, them agents and producers, they're out there hashtag Me Too dudes too. Yeah. Crazy. And you see what they did to Terry Crews when he spoke up. They tried to take his manhood away from him. Wow, man. So where did he go after that? After the Martin stuff?
See, he was really all over the place, man.
After the Martin stuff, he went to see, I know I should have went back and reviewed.
Shit. Yeah. He was just roasting niggas. It's hilarious.
Man, he said in order to be a comedian, you got to be funny. He's like, he really was just. Well, let me ask you, Sam. Do you think Ricky Smiley is funny?
Yes, I do.
I
mean, as much as I'm probably not I'm probably not the best judge of character, because sometimes I watch comedy shows and I don't really care for him. Like, sometimes I watch Kevin Hart and I don't think he's funny. You know what I mean? I'm like, he's like a clown, yeah, but
no,
it's not
right.
Really, it's not going to hit me with that, I'm laughing from deep down with it kind of stuff. It's just like, oh, he's really silly. So I think, every now and then Ricky Smiley, he'll hit it on the head, and, especially when he's doing like the religious stuff and stuff like, he really knows about. And then Friday, he was amazing, even though that wasn't obviously the part that he wanted in the movie. it made everything come together well. So, I mean, he has a whole morning show. I don't think he would have been able to, keep that up if he couldn't, tell a good joke every now and then.
Yeah. And,
so I think he's...
To dovetailing off of that, or segueing off of that, with the morning show, what Katt Williams was saying about that in regards to him and Steve Harvey was, do you really think that they set out to be morning show stars? Or did they set out to be movie stars?
I think they set out to do whatever was going to make them some money. Get into that industry. There's no, you might have a dream, but you're going to take what pays you. It's the job.
Yeah.
Like how we take what jobs pay us. So, I mean, I don't necessarily think like, it might have been their biggest dream and it fulfilled everything that they wanted out of life, but like that's the paycheck, baby, and they getting paid to do it. So they took it, especially if the numbers was right. I mean, and then they still have their fame. They still, get free publicity and all that other stuff. Like they want to be in the limelight, and ultimately, I think that completes their goal in some type of way to where they accept it and they allow it to be that.
Yeah. Because I sure would too. I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay. Where I got to sign? Like, do I got to put my initials and my whole name right here?
As long as I ain't got to violate my morals or nothing like that, let's do this shit, babe. Shoot.
Would you put on this dress?
No.
What do you think putting on the dress would do to you?
To me, personally?
Yes.
Now, I can't come home.
Yeah, we gonna roast the shit out of that nigga.
Man, I can't.
Why not?
I can't, I mean, I know there's women out.
I
know there's women out there that like it, but I can't talk to no real woman and she know I'd have been in a dress like that.
I don't think that's true.
So you would?
I'm not saying that I'm looking for a man in a dress. No, let's not get this misconstrued. But I'm saying a successful man that's about his business, has his income, has his life together, has goals, has a plan, you know what I mean? Things like that real women look for.
Uh-huh.
If he had on a dress to do it, I don't think that's a deal breaker for us.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. How long did it take Tyler Perry to get married?
Now, why are you asking me that? Because you know that man ain't married. There was time. But then again, marriage is not a goal for everybody. His goal was probably his success. The man was sleeping in the car. He wouldn't think about no wife when he was in the back seat with a blanket.
Damn, that's crazy. Who's his girlfriend?
Who cares? Whoever he wants to be when he takes that dress off. Look, I'm vulgar. That thing get to slanging. Ain't nobody thinking about that dress.
No, I said who's his girlfriend.
I know. I said who cares? Whoever he wanted to be when he take that dress off.
Shoot.
Yeah, I don't think he take it off.
I
think he fired Trump.
Oh man, and that's what Katt Williams was saying in regard to actors. He said Ricky Smiley and Tyler Perry can't act like men to save their lives. I said, whoa. Ooh. And you think about it, Ricky Smiley, his best roles besides the Friday After Next role, or what?
His radio show, obviously, because who knows?
Yeah. And exactly, it explains why he's not a superstar actor. Apparently like he wanted to be. That's not me. That's Katt Williams.
But doesn't that negate Katt Williams' whole debate about the selling yourself in the dress and the woman thing? If that man's not as famous as he should be and he put that dress on?
I didn't think about that.
Let's shake it up a little bit. You know, that kind of, so, you know, from a different perspective, maybe that's not exactly what it is.
But what he also said was that these guys can't act. Like, for instance, Steve Harvey. Well, let me say what he said about acting in regards to him. He said what the method that he uses when it comes to acting is, okay, he gets a character. He takes Katt Williams out the character and plays the character. Right? And you can kind of see that in the roles that he's played over the years. Now take let's say Steve Harvey, because this is kind of who he directed it at. In any role that you've ever seen Steve Harvey play in, does he act differently than Steve Harvey?
No, he doesn't. But there's a reason for that. That's just like, how they make like black men thugs in movies, or, the stereotypes of it all. I think they do it on purpose because they know that people can only see it in a certain kind of way. So it would be more unrealistic to try to play him in a different perspective, and it wouldn't create as much revenue. It's all about money. And so why would you play Steve Harvey as like a housekeeper or some shit? You know what I mean? When we know who we see him as.
Right. And that's the point he was making. You see, you walked right into what Katt Williams was talking about. That's the point he was making. So if Steve Harvey can only play Steve Harvey, how many roles are out there called for a guy that looks like Steve Harvey and talks like Steve Harvey and acts like Steve Harvey?
It would be limited. It definitely would.
Extremely limited. Therefore, he has no range. And that goes for just not even just Steve Harvey. There's just a lot of actors out there who just have no range and become typecast that way.
I mean, was he talking about himself too, though?
Who would like Katt Williams being typecast?
Yeah, because like...
No, he wasn't talking about himself.
We didn't play a lawyer or a doctor or nothing.
No, but he wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about Steve Harvey and Ricky Smiley more specifically. And did he play like the church accountant in First Sunday or something like that?
Yeah, dress.
Oh yeah.
No. Okay. Katt Williams.
Oh,
yeah. But I could barely remember that. So I mean, we'll count it a little bit.
Yeah, I really don't remember that movie too much.
What about his role in Atlanta?
Oh, the Gator Man. That nigga was funny as the Gator Man. That's for sure. He was hilarious as the Gator Man.
Yeah, man. And he did a serious role a few years back where he played a crackhead. He played a crackhead, Sam. He played a crackhead.
Was he good? Was he real good at it? Because I don't remember it. Was it real good?
I didn't watch the movie, but they said he did real good in the movie. But I haven't watched a lot of movies besides Marvel movies in the past few years anyway. So I'm not a good barometer on the more serious, dramatic stuff nowadays. But the comedies, I can speak up on that too. And Mike, he handled the horror.
Yeah, I fuck with that. And the comedy too, man.
Anyway, yeah.
So what?
I'm talking about what you special.
What was the purpose of him talking about this typecasting for? What was he trying to do? Like air somebody out about that? Like what was that?
Well, he was the point he was making is that these guys say that their whole goal when they got into comedy was to not be a superstar or a movie superstar or whatever, right? Their goal was to become a TV host, or their goal was to become a radio show host. He was like, nobody makes those goals. Winners don't make those goals. Winners want to become the movie stars. He said that they're making up these lies to try to change the narrative that they never wanted to be a movie star because they failed at becoming a movie star.
That sounds like some hater shit to say, and I don't never just make enough money to be in that argument. So,
hey, so be it. But I mean, it makes sense, kind of like. I mean, nobody wants to become an NFL player to be the 11th best player on the team.
But do you really care?
I mean, at the end of the day, you kind of learn where you are in the pecking order. You kind of accept it. But when you're young and starting out,
when you with all your homies and you like, I'm in the NFL, do you think anybody really cares?
When you get in that locker room, it's a different story.
I mean, and then when you get your paycheck, it is too. Yeah. Do you really care?
I mean, obviously they do. You see the wild shit they be doing?
I mean, of course, everyone wants to be the best, but everybody knows that everyone can't be the best at one time. So, I mean, like you said, you find your lane, you stay in it, and that's fine. And you don't have to think less of yourself because this is your niche. Because I may not be made for the movie screen. I'm better at this, and I probably make more money than I would in a movie because I'm not that great at acting. Okay, like who does that hurt, harm, or whatever? All they bills paid, they got food to eat, they take care of their kids and everything else. I don't even understand the point of really. That's what that's dry hating. It's just dry hating. Let's not even get into details. It's dry hating.
But like he said, they came for him first. Katt Williams never said he wasn't being petty. He's just saying this is the truth. He brought up Gary Owen too. You know who Gary Owen is, huh?
Yeah.
Now he was saying, why is the reason Gary Owen ain't as big as a Kevin Hart or a damn Steve Harvey or Ricky Smiley, and he's white.
And wait, what was the problem with Gary Owens? I'm sorry. Run it by me one more again.
Why is he not as big as Kevin Hart or Steve Harvey or like a Mike Epps or something like that? You know, a notable black comedian, and he's white.
Oh, because his lane is on the wrong freeway. Because he's white, but he's in the black market, and of course he's never going to be. Nobody will ever let him be. I mean, not saying he deserves it, but nobody will ever let him be at the time. Even if he deserved it, no.
But Kevin Hart's in the black market, and Gary Owen, if anything, is about as funny as Kevin Hart.
He's not. Sounds like he's getting the accolades he deserves.
Who? Gary Owen?
Yeah.
Nah. If anything, he should be on the same level of Kevin Hart. That's what Katt Williams is kind of like insinuating. But why hasn't that happened? Maybe it's because he hasn't, had his booty hole violated, his mouth violated.
No, because he fucked with all black people. He a white boy.
Kevin Hart fucked with all black people. What white boys is in his entourage?
But Kevin Hart has a black audience.
So does Gary Owen.
Not like Kevin Hart does, because Gary Owens is not a black man.
Right. Now, is that because that's what it really is, or what they tell you about Kevin Hart? Because like you said, you don't really think he's that funny. And I've heard that a number of times from black people. That
I don't think he's that funny either, though. Kevin Hart.
We need to use an example of a funnier white man, because this is really and truly, I think he get everything he deserves. He's not that funny, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he can come to the barbecue or whatever, but like, don't bring no dish or nothing. Just come eat, because at this point, like, that's all we need from him. You know what I mean? He you can take a plate with you home, but that's all he gets, and we're gonna leave it at that. Like, I don't think he's Kevin Hart level. He's probably literally just not hustling as hard as Kevin Hart. You see Kevin Hart on everything, regardless if we all think he's like barely funny. He gonna show up and make some jokes, and 2 of them gonna be funny out of the 20, and he gonna make his money and go home. But he gonna be there. You gonna see him, and it's just the fact that he's present and always trying, and always putting his presence out there is what's making his money. You know what I mean? He's making an appearance, even if it's a flop, he's there. And we all can talk about how he was whacked. That's money.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, what about Bill Burr?
Who?
Burr.
Bill Burr is a funny white comedian. Conservatives love him. But he's not at the level of Kevin Hart.
Don't ask me this question.
Tom Segura? You remember Tom Segura, huh, Mike?
Yeah, that nigga funny.
Tom Segura is funny as fuck.
Yeah.
But will he get to Kevin Hart level? I doubt it.
Who?
Tom Segura.
He's funnier than Kevin Hart to me.
I say will he get to Kevin Hart level of status in the industry?
Hollywood?
Yeah.
If he give up his butt cheeks?
Yeah, exactly. But he's funny as fuck. I've laughed harder at his specials than Kevin Hart's. I tell you that.
Yeah. A lot of these niggas is overrated, man. and they're in positions that they are because they made some deals behind closed doors, and all that shit's starting to catch up to them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big ass spotlight on all this shit now, and social media is pushing the narratives, and
not even just in the comedy community, man.
It's all across the board: music, comedy, Hollywood. Yeah,
sports is coming next.
Yeah, sports, fucking the government officials and all that shit, man. Yeah.
When it hits there, that's when the shit gonna hit the fan.
It's already, nigga. Man. That's why we got COVID. That's why 2020 happened.
Stop looking at us.
Mind your business.
Nothing going on here. Disease, pandemic. We gotta shut down shit.
Nothing to see here.
Just like Trump said, stop finding out shit.
No. That's what they want.
Man. And that's what Katt Williams is here to do. We want you to stop finding out shit when I'm about to tell it all.
Yep. Fuck it.
So we do got like 5 minutes. Oh, go ahead.
Now I'm just gonna say, like I said before, so what Katt Williams gonna give him a cookie? Like, what he want?
Probably nothing.
Yeah, he just wants niggas I think he just
I don't
want to clear up the
understand the purpose, other than the fact that he's advertising his new shit that's coming out there. I didn't know about till you told me because he done did this interview.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he also wants everybody else to be honest too.
So like is he promoting change? Is he finna start a GoFundMe? Like, what is like?
I think in the essence of Katt Williams, what he would say is he's not asking or trying to promote you to do anything that you should already have in your heart.
That sounds good. That sounds real sweet.
But we do got like 5 minutes left, Sam, on this episode. So we're about to go ahead and sign it off. You want to do any tags, anything? How do they get in contact with you? I know you have just your video, your streaming going on.
Oh yeah, you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Snap, and I'm Sam Bam. So if you look for Sam Bam, you can find me there. And yeah, we gonna keep it real with you. Don't ask me nothing you don't want to hear the real about my real, because that's what you're going to get. But I appreciate you for having me here with y'all. It was fun.
Oh, no problem. I told you we had to get you up on here, and we got you.
Yeah.
And I told you we don't care about opinions. That's what we're doing. We're being honest.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, hey. Mike, you going to tag it?
Just run it back to the beginning for my tags. No Tom Matt.
This guy.
Yeah. Check out the next episode.
So yeah, Sam, opinions are welcomed here. We take it all in with stride.
I appreciate it. And for you challenging my opinion, which I still did not change. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So for world, we are out. Dominate your day, dominate your night. Have a good one. Do whatever you do and do it well.